Alright, yeah, and welcome to Magic Arena. This week we're going to be taking a look at a pretty fun deck. It's a mono black Torment of Scarabs / Torment of Hailfire deck, so it pretty much revolves around discarding cards, removing our creatures, and then just taxing our opponent in several different ways. If you want to check out the deck tech to see how it runs, then be sure to do that. There'll be a link in the description, as well as a deck list and a link at the end of the video as well that will take you straight to the video. So without further ado, let's get into the matches and I'll see you there. Alright, we're in. And we're on the draw. We've got lots and lots of discard. And something for a creature-based match. Not much removal though, so this hand is a bit 50-50 on whether or not I want to keep it. I think we can do better, to be honest. Especially being on the draw, I kind of want more removal than I want discard, I think. Yeah, let's try a mulligan. And yeah, this one's a little better. Another cast down. Sure, let's do it. Yeah, this is kind of why I wanted the faster hand, to be honest, because if it was RDW, then I want to get all of my removal up as soon as possible. Ideally, I kind of wanted my Moment of Cravings, though, so we can actually remove and gain life at the same time, but we don't, unfortunately, have that luxury, but who knows, maybe we'll draw removal, and it'll all be life gain based. If we can get up to our 4th mana as well, we can gain some life off Vraska's Contempt. Burning Fist Minotaur definitely wants to see a removal spell. We'll pass the turn, though. We'll see if we can get him to maybe discard a card. If he goes for his, like, 3 mana play here, who knows? So, yeah, it looks like he's not going to go for it. We'll remove it. And take 1 for the turn. I imagine he's got a follow-up play, though. Yeah, Friggin' Runner. And that's all. Okay. Trespasser's Curse. So the options are basically that I get a treasure map and try to get that 4th mana, which will allow me to both Torment of Scarabs or Vraska's Contempt, depending on the board state next time. This is probably, at this stage, been saved for a Hazoret or something like that, because he's getting kind of low on cards. And obviously, Cast Down can't hit it. That's a tough one. I think we go the treasure map, because end step I can actually go look for that swamp, which will allow me to get Contempt or even Torment on time. And a Lightning Strike, mate. Fair enough. It's pretty good for him. We are on 14 though. I feel like he should really want me on a lower life total at this point, but he's going to get pretty much there. Taking 6 this turn is pretty grim. Okay, not what I want to see. There it is. Alright, so I think I go Trespasser's Curse on our opponent, and I hold open the cast down for the Ancrop Crasher. I think I need to absorb some of this damage. And he didn't make his land drop last turn. He has now though, so that was my biggest worry. Okay, well, we gain 1, we go up to 9. I'm going to kill his Crasher, so we're only taking 3 down to 6, and then I can Hazoret Vraska's Contempt before he gets the chance to discard anything. Keeping his Firebrand back is interesting. I guess he's hoping to close out the game at this point. He's going to get pretty damn close, though. I think we've just lost, though, honestly. So I have to do this now, just so he doesn't discard in response. I got a treasure map, but he just needs to find an extra point, and it's very easy for him to do that. Yeah, drawing the cast downs instead of the Moment of Cravings, I think, is what cost us this game, and, well, we didn't stand a chance to begin with, so that's just red deck wins for you. Never stood a chance. They always have it, though. Like, red deck wins is one of those decks for some strange reason. Let's find out what we would have had. Never doesn't have what you need. That would have been okay, but not great. Yeah. We're dead, though. Alright, short enough game. Let's go for another one, I guess. Okay, we're back in. We're on the draw. We've got 2 mana removal, 3 mana discard / removal, 4 mana win con / pretty decent removal. I think this is keepable. Always sucks being on the draw, but it looks like we're not going to get punished. I think the only deck really that you don't ever want to be on the draw against is Red Deck Wins. Because you want to be able to get your Moment of Craving up as soon as possible, but our opponent's playing some sort of green deck here, so I imagine we're going to be able to get where we need to be, essentially. I'm going to play the treasure map down here, because I don't expect Moment of Craving to be needed on my opponent's turn. I'd actually much rather have the upkeep stop. Well, that's annoying. And where's my upkeep stop, Magic Arena? The one that I definitely set. Welp. Okay, so do I Doomfall the Thrashing Brontodon to save my treasure map? The thing is, Doomfall's the only way to get rid of a Carnage Tyrant in this deck, short of making them sacrifice it off Torment of Scarabs or something like that. I get to keep my treasure map if I use it, and I think I've got 2 more in the deck after that, but that's my only way of dealing with Carnage Tyrant, and it requires us to have an empty board as well. That's really awkward. The alternative is I just get 1 trigger off the treasure map and hold open Moment of Craving, but I don't think this is going to be that relevant. I'm going to use Doomfall. And I'm going to have my upkeep stop set again, Magic Arena, and we're going to use it, okay? Doesn't that sound reasonable? Jadelight Ranger. There's where Moment of Craving being held up would have been nice. Let's see, if he graveyards that and hits a land, then it's still not bad. Ah. Well, he did graveyard it, but didn't hit lands in a row. That's less than ideal. Okay, cast down. Double Moment of Craving. I'm going to bottom that. It's not good enough. There's a cast down. Okay. We're running reasonably well, actually. I'm going to set that upkeep stop again. And I think I'm going to pass the turn. If he's got, like, nothing to do, then maybe he pulls the trigger on his Hashep Oasis. And then we get some extra value. I doubt it, but you never know. If he plays something pre-combat as well, then it might be more inclined to remove that. Red mana. Going to attack, so no Hashep Oasis use here. Just going to get rid of this now. I don't really like the 4-point beats every turn. You can obviously follow it up with something, but I'll have the mana next turn to upkeep my treasure map and hold open Vraska's Contempt, which would be better served on a 5-drop. Rekindling Phoenix. Better served on a creature with horrific recursion like that, and we get the replacement as well. Really nice stuff. Okay, let's go to main. Let's pass the turn. He's getting low enough on cards now that where Torment of Scarabs will actually probably start pinging him 3 points a turn if he wants to keep his card advantage going. Alright, let's take this out now. I do want to be slamming this pretty soon, but until you've got the second, it doesn't do a great deal. The second is essentially... wow, Brazen Response. That's pretty good. We do have the Moment of Craving, though. I'm going to upkeep stop my treasure map again. So we avoid the full-on exile and pretty much... We could also Scavenger Grounds, but I think the Moment of Craving is not going to be that useful in this matchup. He's got a lot of 3 toughness dudes that we've seen so far, so... Going to be a bit of a problem there. And he's got the other Abrade, of course he does. We still get this Scry, but we don't get the flip, unfortunately. Alright. Ah! Second Torment of Scarabs. I will take it. Alright. Gonna need to do this to get rid of the Phoenix altogether. We get the life gain that we missed out on. And we pass the turn. So we're at the stage now where we're on a slam Tormented Scarabs. The reason why you want 2 is essentially that they can hold 1 card in hand with a single one and just discard that every turn. So if they've got a land in hand, they just don't play it if they've already hit their curve, which our opponent definitely has at this point. But if you hit 2, then that strategy actually stops being relevant. And then he has to start taking 3 damage or sacrificing permanents. So he's probably going to keep taking 3 for a while, which is fair enough, but eventually he'll be taking 6 a turn, and then that's just not viable for him anymore. And he has to start discarding cards and sacrificing permanents, which is always great for me, especially since I'm on 22 life and he's not really done much to threaten me. So second Tormented Scarabs coming down. There we go. We got the cast down for his Untamed Kavu, and he takes 6 a turn if he wants to not discard or sacrifice, which is obviously not very nice or a viable option anymore. And honestly, the lack of Doomfall for Carnage Tyrant probably won't be a thing anymore, because obviously he'll have to sacrifice eventually to just stay alive. I think Thrashing Brontodons is definitely his best draw here. He's got an on-crop Crasher, that is interesting, so red-green monsters, essentially. I'm going to cast down the 5/5 just to avoid the damage. Because I might as well, right? Gives him less things to sacrifice as well. I can take 3, probably for the rest of this game, honestly. Cabal Stronghold is now mana positive, so that's nice. Don't have anything to cast it on, but if we get like a Torment of Hailfire or anything like that, that will definitely close out the game. He's on 8. He can afford to take 6 one more time, and then he's on permanent sacking duty. I'd love to see him sack his Oasis to try and pump up this Crasher. Honestly, I don't know, other than getting a Thrashing Brontodon several times in a row, what he could possibly do to get out of this. So, he's getting him for 6. I'm just going to get rid of his only permanent. Gain some life. We're on 21. I think that there is nothing he can possibly do anymore. Tax a future creature with Trespasser's Curse. So if he plays creatures, he loses life and we gain life. If he doesn't, then he's going to take a lot. So he takes 6 here. Most likely. Ooh, discards the land. Okay. Enters his draw step, but he has to keep that, otherwise he dies. I suppose he can play it. If he's got like a multi-creature thing, then he can sacrifice tokens. But other than Regisaur Alpha, I don't know what he could possibly have. Yeah, good game to you as well. And that is how you torment your opponent. Alright, let's go for another game. Alrighty then, we're on the draw again. We can't seem to be on the play today. We've got a Divest for creature matchups, Trespasser's Curse for red deck wins to just absorb a little bit of life, Bontu's Last Reckoning to wipe the board, and then Tormented Scarabs to start winning. I think it's reasonable. I would prefer removal over this Divest, I think. But leading off with a 1/1's pretty reasonable. Torment of Hailfire is the last card I want to see right now. It's not really going to do a great deal. Ouch. Our opponent's hand is awful. Okay. So he can attack me with a Rigging Runner. Unless he's drawn a creature here, I expect I get Lightning Struck. And I get to slam down a Trespasser's Curse, which a Braid is terrible against. And I start taxing his creatures now. So, single targeted removal is pretty much what I want to see. He's got a Crasher, sure. Gain 1, drain 1. That's not what I want to see. I think I hold on to this Bontu's Last Reckoning. I don't think I need to use it just yet. Obviously, using your life total as a resource is a bit sketchy in this kind of matchup. Duress. could take the Lightning Strike, but he uses it in response. He's got the Abrade, but it's not really going to do much. Yeah, I think we have to Reckoning now. I don't really want to take 4 again. And Tormented Scarabs right now is not going to do much. I was hoping this duress would be target removal, and then we'd be taking 1 a turn. That would be the ideal situation. Well, we can go... probably Scavenger Grounds. We can Bontu's Last Reckoning and hold up, and 1 black, play the Field of Ruin, and that allows us to hold up and removal if we draw it. Worst case, we can just duress our opponent and take their Abrade to stop our treasure maps being hit. I think actually killing his creatures right now, though, is probably for the best. Just to slow down the beats. And yeah, I'm not going to duress him right here, because he's just going to Lightning Strike me in response, which is the main card that I kind of want from him. I just can't take that from him, though. Yeah. So I'd rather have 2 mana open for maybe a cast down or a Moment of Craving if we draw it off the top. Vraska's Contempt. Alright, well, I'm going to take the Abrade, because I might as well, right? There's no reason not to. Magma Spray is completely dead in his hand as well. I'd like for him to fill up with like Magma Sprays and creature targeting removal, because we don't run any, so if he's got too many in his hand, then a Hazoret off the top means that he can't really swing in with it. Unless he starts discarding. But yeah, I think the Hazoret would be the worst thing to see here. Because I kind of have to use this Vraska's Contempt on his Buccaneer. I could Torment of Hailfire for 4. It's 12 points of damage though, he just takes it to his life total. It's not too great. Torment of Scarabs yet again, he just takes 3 points. I think I have to just hold up in this Vraska's Contempt. I just don't know what this card is in his hand. It's not a creature. It might be a Lightning Strike, maybe. Go to 6, potentially even less. I can't die off anything off the top, I don't think. So maybe I do put the Tormented Scarabs down. Just to get that ticking and keep his cards low. I'm pretty certain I can't die off of it. I suppose if this was Lightning Strike and then off the top, any 3-point creature. Yeah, I could actually die. It's not unreasonable. I think this might be a Lightning Strike. I'm going to pass with the Vraska's Contempt. Very awkward situation. Earthshaker Kenra. Well, that's a better Contempt target as well. We get a Drain. It would have actually, because of the Trespasser's Curse, have to be a 4 damage creature. I was wrong on that one, but still, I think this was correct all the same. So he might pull the trigger on that Lightning Strike he's got then. Magma Sprays his own dude to prevent us from gaining life. Fair enough. Could Doomfall that last card. And then I've got 3 mana left. I think I'm just going to slam Torment. If he gets a Hazoret off the top, I'm dead. If he gets one anyway, I'm dead. I have to start tormenting him, though. I have to get this Torment of Hailfire to be lethal, essentially, and I think the only way I can do that is by convincing him to either discard his cards or take that 3 life, because he definitely won't sack his creatures. Yeah, I'm going to need some lucky draws. So is our opponent, though. He's holding that card in hand in order to not die. So do I just Torment for full value here? Torment for 5. It's a lot of life. I suppose I do actually, because it puts him so low that the Torment of Scarabs becomes even worse. So, worse for him, not for me. Alright. Start pinging your life. We just gotta get lucky off our opponent whiffing, essentially. So now he can't pay his life, he has to discard that card, which was a Soul Scar Mage. Okay. So does he have the lethal creature in hand? It's like he doesn't. Okay. I'm going to Doomfall away the Buccaneer, because he can't keep that card in hand anyway. So yeah, let's make him exile a creature he controls. Hold the Swamp in hand. So he has to discard that card. He draws one off the top. It has to be a Hazoret, I think, is the only way he can win. Or a Lightning Strike. Crasher won't do it. Takes him to 1. We go to 1 as well. We get a Karn. So he has to sacrifice that Crasher so we can tick up with Karn. We could also tick down with Karn, which means Sunscorched Desert would win, Lightning Strike would win, anything else would kill him. And if we have the dude on board, then he can't play a creature, we attack in with our 1/1 and win.
Say hello to my little friend.
So goodbye Crasher. So he needs direct burn. A Ramanat Ruins would also do it as well. So he's got 3 outs. Judging by the fact that he has not yet played the card, would suggest to me that I have won. Really, really close. That Bontu's Last Reckoning I used earlier would have made this a little bit easier. If I'd have just gone for it instead of holding off for a turn, trying to get extra value, I'd have been a little higher on life, but yeah. We got just lucky enough. Oh, I do love this deck. A lot of this deck actually does revolve around beating red deck wins, so I think when you deck build in this game, in the current meta, number 1, you get rid of, you build around red deck wins, essentially because it's about 40% of the meta, so I've got the Moment of Cravings in there to make sure I gain the Life of the Vraska's Contempts to take care of Hazarets, but that also helps with control as well, because Gideon of the Trials is an absolute direct counter to this deck as well. If he zeroes and ultimates, as long as he gets to keep his Gideon around, he can just keep losing life. So, got the answers for that. Yeah, other than red deck wins, the only problem we've got with this deck is blue-white control. So, yeah, those are our 2 major matchups that we're pretty much worried to see. But, I mean, I think he's reasonably well favoured. I wouldn't say this deck is terribly competitive, though. And there's certainly a few cards in it that I would change. The Karns don't seem too necessary, which is really weird, because they're like the only mythic in the deck, so yeah, pretty close to budget, and extremely fun. I do hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you have, share the deck if you liked it, like it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more of it. If you hit the little bell icon as well, right next to the subscription button, you'll get notifications when future videos go live. I do hope you've all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.